guys, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited today because I am bringing you my full review of Club Level at Coronado Springs Grand Destino Tower, and I'm so glad that you're here. As many of you know, Coronado Springs has gone through a major transformation in the last couple of years. A few months ago, I had the opportunity to stay in a regular room in the casita section. Now, I'll put the link to that right here if you're wanting a review about the regular standard rooms at Coronado Springs. I had a fabulous time. I felt like the room quality was amazing. The resort was in such good shape, but while I was there, they were still working on Grand Destino Tower, and when I saw how beautiful it was going to be, I could not wait to stay there. So I booked a club level stay in a 1-bedroom suite for myself and my friend Coral for 3 nights. Now, we did get an amazing rate, and I don't know if that rate will ever be duplicated. We paid a little less than $500 a night, and so for us, it was an incredible value, but the rack rates on these club level suites are quite high. I will put down here what the current rack rates are. Obviously, this is going to be an average because, as we know, there isn't just one rate for a Walt Disney World hotel. There are like 12 different seasons, and it can vary by night of the week, and there are so many different variables. But if you can get this at a discount, it can be a really good value, and I'm going to tell you why. I was completely blown away by this place. I felt like they nailed the feeling and the whole tie-in between Salvador Dali and the Destino cartoon and the resort itself. I did not realize that Walt Disney and Salvador Dali were actually very close friends, and this Barcelona-inspired building is really difficult for me to describe, and I feel like even the footage that I'm showing you guys does not do it justice. I have had a few people ask me if I feel like it doesn't feel Disney. I would say it 100% feels Disney, but it just definitely does feel more grown-up Disney. You're not going to see a lot of, primary colors or, the Fab Five isn't everywhere, but it's Disney. You've got the big murals in the lobby with those pictures of Walt and Mickey together, but you'll notice that it is a little bit more sophisticated vibe. So since this is primarily a convention hotel, I totally get the choices that they made here. Having said that, do I think this is a great resort for kids? Yes. The pool is great. The food court is great. It is a really fun resort. But if you're looking for kind of that classic Disney World feel, this may not be the best place for you because it for sure has a more sophisticated grown-up vibe. The club level, when I booked it, I was really curious to see what a moderate resort club level experience was going to be like. Now, you need to know that I have stayed in a club level room at the Beach Club, the Yacht Club, and the Boardwalk. I've never stayed Contemporary or Grand Floridian. I did do a whole video about concierge level and if it's worth it, so if you want to check that out, that's right here. But when I heard it was a moderate resort and they were going to have concierge, I thought, okay, is it going to be kind of a lesser experience? And then when I got that amazing rate, I was like, okay, well, let's see what this experience is really like. Y'all, the Chronos Club exceeded my every expectation. Now, the first thing you need to know is when you walk into the resort, if you are staying club level at Coronado Springs, do not let that long line at check-in worry you because, friend, that line is not for you. You are going to tell any of the helpful cast members at the front of the resort that you are staying club level. A wonderful cast member will put you in the elevator and escort you up to the club level floor where you have a separate check-in area. There is a desk where someone will welcome you. They will give you all of the details about the resort. And if your room isn't ready, and even if it is, they will welcome you to hang out in the club lounge. Now, when we arrived, we were greeted with mimosas. I think it was about 11 o'clock in the morning. We were able to enjoy these spectacular views. I would have liked to have gotten more footage, but they did ask Coral and I to stop filming. They had a lot of Disney executives in there, and so we were very cool about it. We can be classy, we can be club level guests, but I was able to sneak a little bit of footage. All throughout the day, they offer various food offerings. They have, of course, breakfast in the morning, and this was not just, your regular continental breakfast. They also had mini waffles, they had eggs, they had hot oatmeal, they had sausage and bacon. It really felt much more like a full breakfast. Then throughout the day, they would have various snacks. They always had beer and wine available. There was a thing set out with the wine. I'm not sure what time they put the wine out. All I know is every time we went up there, the wine was out. They had beer in the fridge starting at around noon and for the rest of the day. They always offered us mimosas when we went in. There was typically some champagne available. At lunchtime, they would bring out like little finger sandwiches. They had bananas and peanut butter. They had fresh fruit and, kudos bars, not kudos bars. What are kind bars, I think. Available so that you could kind of grab and go to go into the parks. Of course, they had a full refrigerator with water and sodas that you could grab those whenever you wanted. Now, the one thing to note about the Club Lounge is that it's on the 15th floor, but you can actually get any room can get Chronos Club access. So it's not like at some resorts where only rooms on a certain floor are considered club level. You can have access to this club in many different room categories. But for instance, we were on the 10th floor, but all we had to do was use our magic bands in order to access the club. This is not a magic band. This is my Polar running watch. But just know that just because you're staying club level, it's kind of a misnomer. So I guess you would say you're in a club level room, but it really could be on any of the higher floors of the resort. And then, of course, in the evening, and this was the time of the day that really blew me away, they didn't just have a few appetizers, y'all. They had like a full-on meal. I think if you were coming specifically for one of the Epcot festivals, this could be a great option where you really could skip an evening meal altogether. You could maybe go to the Club Lounge, have some appetizers, and then head off to Epcot and eat your way around the world. That could save you quite a bit of money in table service restaurants. I chatted with one of the managers up there, and evidently this is something that Disney is going to be upping their game on their club level, and they're actually looking at the Chronos Club as kind of a flagship for what all of the club lounges will be moving to. So I'm really anxious to see that as they roll it out. Just a level of customer service that really blew me away. There is always someone up there at the desk that is just for Chronos Club members. Also, you do have access to early planning. There is a separate number that you call if you are staying club level at any of the Disney resorts so that they can help you with fast passes and dining reservations, any tickets you might require. It was really nice knowing, and I experienced this at Boardwalk as well. It was really nice having that designated cast member there. They could print out your boarding passes, help you get checked in for your flight, arrange for any transportation that you needed. All of those kinds of things all could be found in the Club Lounge. When you think about from a value perspective, what did Coral and I not have to purchase because we were club level? We didn't have to purchase breakfast at all. We didn't have to purchase bottled water. We were able to grab some to take into the parks, and we were able to grab some, of course, to take to our rooms. We didn't have to purchase coffees because basically every time we were at the resort, we would grab a coffee to go. We definitely enjoyed some wine and champagne and mimosas and Baileys. So I don't know how to add that up as far as what would that have cost us. Normally, I'm pretty frugal about my alcohol budget, so I'm not usually one that's going to drink a lot when I'm at Disney. But the fact that we could have, just 2 glasses of wine in the evening, and that was complimentary. It can be a really good value if that is something that you enjoy doing. And not only that, but when you go up there to have your beer and wine, you've got this unbelievable view. You could view several different fireworks shows from up there. The only one you wouldn't be able to see would be Magic Kingdom. We were also able to see a lot of that from our room, and we were never in the Club Lounge when that was going on, but I can imagine that would be a really beautiful experience. I should note as well, there are also a few extra amenities in the room itself. There was a robe for both of us. There were slippers, and there were, we got nightly turn down service. So there was chocolate on our bed at night, and that was really, really nice as well. I can also say that the one bedroom suite, and I'll put the link to my room tour for the one bedroom suite right here, really surprised me on how spacious it was. I really enjoyed that room. And especially, again, if you're traveling with older kids, having that second bathroom is kind of a game changer. So would I stay club level Gran Destino Tower again? In a heartbeat. I did not feel at all like this was a step down from a deluxe club level stay. In fact, it was the nicest club level that I have ever stayed at. Now, Coral is a travel agent and she has stayed in far more club level rooms than I have. And she said the same thing. She said, bar none, it was the nicest club lounge on property. We both thoroughly enjoyed our stay. And if you're looking to do that kind of special splurge and you're wanting to try Gran Destino, I can highly recommend the club level rooms, the Chronos Club at Gran Destino Tower. You will not be disappointed. Again, if you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you want to see more videos like this one, make sure you give this one a big thumbs up and turn on those bell notifications so that you don't miss a thing. Thanks for joining me today. Be good to each other. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.